Hello and welcome to our class today. We are going to first review the 4 landforms that we talked about last week. I'm going to give you a brief description of them and then we'll play a couple games. And then we're going to add on to it with our last 4 landforms and we'll learn them today. Okay, so let's do our review. I'll bring you down here so you can see what I'm looking at. So first is the lake. This is lake. And a lake is a body of water that is surrounded by land and that is larger than a pond and smaller than an ocean. Lake. This one is called an island, and a landform that is surrounded completely by water and that is much smaller than a continent. This is an island. This one here is called a gulf, and a gulf is a part of the ocean mostly surrounded by land. So you see this here? The gulf is the piece of water that goes into the land. And finally, we have our peninsula. And a peninsula is a long finger of land that goes out into a big body of water. Where was I? Into the ocean, and is surrounded 3 sides of water. So the land is surrounded by 3 sides of water. So let's play a game and let's see if you remember. Where is the island? If you see the island, touch the island. Good. Where is the lake? Can you touch the lake? Lake. Where's the peninsula? Do you see peninsula? Can you touch the peninsula? Oh, peninsula. Where's the gulf? Can you put your finger on the gulf? Gulf. Okay, one more game. What is this? You can say it out loud. Yep, it's a lake. What is this? It's a gulf. What is this? Peninsula. What is this? It's an island. Good. Okay, put this down. Give my hand a little cramp. We are going to introduce our new ones. It's always fun to learn something new after we review what we already know. Here we have, let's see if we can, I'll put you down here so you can see it again. Hold it. I wish I had another set of hands sometimes. Okay, we're going to start with this one here. This is called a cape. Let's see here, I want to go in order. Pardon me here. Okay. We're going to start with this one. This is called an isthmus. An isthmus is a narrow strip of land that joins 2 larger pieces of land together. So you see here? Now remember, when we look at these cards, the blue color reminds us of water, and the brown reminds us of land. So when we talk about land, we're talking about the brown part of the card here. So in this picture, it shows one big piece of land, and it's connecting just a teeny weeny bit another piece of land. So this is called an isthmus. Kind of reminds me of Christmas. It kind of rhymes with Christmas rather. So this one is called isthmus. Come over to the side. And the opposite of an isthmus is called a strait. This is called a strait. A strait is a narrow passage of water between 2 large land masses. So you see here, this is a strait. Kind of looks like it reminds me of a river, if you've ever seen a river. Here's land here, there's land there, and in between it flows some water. This is called a strait. Next we have, I'll move this out of the way so it's not distracting you. This is called a cape. There we are, cape. Can you say cape? Good. A cape is a landform similar to a peninsula, but it's shorter and smaller. So do you see this land goes into this water here? It goes into the water, but not as much as a peninsula does. So this is called a cape. And last but not least, we have something called a bay. This is a bay, and a bay is a body of water partially enclosed by land with a wide mouth that opens to an ocean. So when you see this here, this is land, And the water comes into the land. And if you go out further, this would be the ocean out here. So this isn't surrounded by land over here. It's surrounded by a big body of water called an ocean. And this is called a bay. So now we'll review. Let's put them all here so you can see them again. There we go. Bay, cape, strait, and isthmus. Okay, let's play our little game. Where is the cape? Remember, a cape is a landform that's similar to a peninsula, but goes into the water just a little bit. Yep, there it is, cape. Where's an isthmus? An isthmus is a narrow strip of land that joins two larger pieces of land. Right there, isthmus. Where's the bay? Remember, a bay is a body of water that goes into the land just a little bit. There we go, there's the bay. And finally, we have a strait. Where's the strait? Touch the strait if you see it. The strait is a narrow passage of water between two pieces of land. So there it is, there's a strait. Okay, one more game. What is this? Yeah, it's a cape. What is this? Isthmus. What is this? That's a strait. And what is this? That's a bay. Good. I love when we play our games together. So we're going to put these aside, and now we're going to make our cards. Now, remember, we made our other cards last week, and we are going to save them for our project tomorrow, which will be building the landforms out of Play-Doh or clay. It'll be a lot of fun. So you want to make sure that you have those with you. Let me see. Okay. So for the rest of the lesson, we're going to need, we have my second sheet here. It is with the same printout that goes with the other one that we did last week that we made into our cards. Okay. So it's just I think it's the third sheet on there. There was three sheets. There was an instruction sheet, this sheet, and then the other sheet. So this sheet is what you'll need. We'll need color for land and a color for water. Let me bring you down so you can see it. And you are going to use my cards here. I'm going to put them out as we color each one. And finally, our scissors to cut them out. Okay, so the first one we're going to work on is going to be, let's see here, I'll hold you up. That works. So we have the first one here is just like this card. Oops, wrong way. There we go. We got it? Yeah. Okay, so this one we're going to work on right here. As you can see in my card, the land goes through two pieces of water. Let me turn this over so I'm not distracting. So we're going to do water. So we're going to color the water. And it's like the land is sandwiched between two large bodies of water. Now it's fun to, after we're done learning about these, is to find where they are on our globe. It would be something we would do in our classroom. We would find, where's an isthmus? We go and we would find an isthmus. I can think of one in North America, going from North America to South America. There we go. So I have my land, my water, my land, and my water. Imagine being the person who got to decide the names for all these amazing landforms. That would be a fun job, wouldn't it? So there we have isthmus. Now, I am going to continue. Well, normally this is the place I would write. I would write isthmus down here. So that's what I'm going to do. There we go. Isthmus. I'll write it. Ta, ha, isthmus. And don't worry, I'll lay them all out for you again to pause it so you can write them as well. So we did isthmus. Now I'm gonna do, what's the next one? Isthmus is straight. So we'll cover that up and bring it up. I think this is a better viewpoint for you. So we have straight. So remember, straight is water that goes between two pieces of land. So we're going to start with the land. We're going to make the land brown. And then the water will go between. This reminds me of a river. A river is a piece of water that goes between two pieces of land, isn't it? I wonder if you've ever been to a river before. Rivers are fun, but they're very cold. I wonder why they're so cold. Now in the classroom, I wouldn't be talking when I was doing this, but I feel like when we make these videos, it's important for us to say something to engage the child. So there we have it. There's my straight. And now I'll put you down here. Let's see if we can. Not very graceful with my transition there. Okay, we have straight, st, r, a, I, t, straight. We have straight. Okay, we'll move on to the one down here. Let's see, which one? There we go. We'll do cape. There we go, cape. So remember, the cape is a piece of land that goes out into the water, but it's not quite, it doesn't go quite as far as, say, a peninsula. The peninsula goes out pretty far. I'm going to color the land first. Go. And then we'll color the water. When I was younger, I took a trip out to Cape Cod, which is in the northeast region of the United States. And that's what cape makes me think of. They have a lot of these kinds of landforms out there. It's on the other side of the United States of America. So there we go, there's that. There is cape, I can't read it from here. So now we will bring you down here, we'll write cape. We're almost finished. Okay, and the last one here will be bay. Go. Bay. So remember, the bay is a piece of water that goes into the land. And then on this side would be, or where you see the blue here, this would be where the ocean is. Okay, so it's a little piece of water that goes into the land from the ocean. Where's my, we'll do first. Okay. Oh, I see. I confuse myself. Cover the land. When I think of the word bay, I think of California. So they have a bay down there. The Bay Area, San Francisco. They have a landform like this, okay? So it's fun to see where these landforms are in our country. And here's the water. All right. And I will write the word bay. Ah, yeah. Okay, bay. There you have it. Those are my landforms. Now I will cut these out and I will show you all my cards. That's something we can do. I'm very excited, if I haven't said it already, about doing the work after we make our cards. Now in the classroom, we would definitely do the sensorial lesson before we would make these cards. Sensorial meaning we would do the hands-on activity first. This is definitely more enticing and more engaging to the children. They're definitely more excited to do that work. Now, with that said, the children really love making these booklets. If you wanted to make these into booklets, now I'm going to use them as cards so that we can do our landforms tomorrow, which is why I wanted them done before we went to building them. Very, very fun. In fact, so much fun that my children have been playing in the yard and digging up the yard and making landforms all over the place. So I'm super excited when everybody gets excited about the work that we're doing. Okay. So remember that this piece of paper will go into my trash can or my recycling bin at home. If you don't have one, definitely your trash can. We don't want to leave this on the table for mom or dad to pick up. Okay, so now we can lay them all out. And you can see, and this would be a good place for you to pause it if you needed to pause it, if you haven't already, to see all the things. There we go. Bring you up here. I wish I had a landforms, but I don't. Here we go. So we have all of our cards ready to go for tomorrow. We have Gulf, Lake, Peninsula, Island, Cape, Bay, Strait, and Isthmus. Those are wonderful. So here is a nice little picture. If you want to put this up for the kiddos to look at, to make your own at home, if you're feeling so inclined. If you want a copy of the cards that I made at my home, I would be more than happy to send them off to you. And other than that, that is my lesson for today. And tomorrow we will use these cards and we are going to make these landforms. And it's going to be so much fun. So join me tomorrow and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.